So you want to know how to get the best start in Enshrouded in 2025? You've come to the right place. In this video, we will explore best places to set up camp, skill tree, how to level up quickly, enemies you will face, easy to build starter houses, camp strategy, flame altars and flame altar upgrades, and so much more. Basically everything there is to know about Enshrouded, I've got you covered. Let's get started. This is your flame altar. This is the thing that you have to place in your base in order to build camp. So you cannot build without placing one of these. This also is the thing that keeps you safe from the shroud and expands your adventuring area. So you'll be able to go farther the higher level it is. My flame altar in this world is it's altar level 4. I'm flame level 7. So your flame level is how far into the shroud that you can go. I still have one more flame level to go, though I will admit I am having a little bit of trouble fighting that last boss to get Fell Dragon Youngling Head is what I need for this. And please excuse my voice. I'm still recovering from a cold, which I have lost my voice. So I'm sorry if it goes in and out and sounds terrible. That is nothing really I can do about it, and I wanted to make the video. So once I get to flame level 8, it will give me more frost protection, which will help me in the mountain area, which is not until late game, but it is important to know that you do want to get it to level 8. You'll also be able to expand to more of the shroud passage level 8. Character attribute bonuses will be level 7, and time in the shroud will increase to 12 minutes. Though through skills you can increase it more anyway, so that doesn't really matter much. I can actually survive in the shroud for like 45 minutes as of right now. So yeah, you don't really need to worry about that, but you do want it to get as high as you can get it. Okay, so this is my first base location. This flame altar is fully upgraded as well, and all flame altars share the same flame level. So you don't have to worry about that. When I was living here, I had my chests in this area right here, right by the flame, so that when I would fast travel back, one of my animals escaped. That's fine. So whenever I would fast travel back though, I could just put all my stuff in, and it also is the center of my base, so it would reach all the way to all areas of my base. Because something that I found is if you have chests at one far end of the base, you cannot pull from them. And I'm talking about magic chests, which you can pull from without having to remove the items. You cannot pull from them from one end to the other. So having it in the middle was very helpful. So that's why I set up my base this way. And this I never actually really finished. I'll show you kind of what I was going for here in the part that is kind of finished. So all of my villagers are not here anymore. Except for this guy apparently, Oscar Goodwin. So some of them are here. The ones that don't have crafting are here. I'll say that because I didn't move them yet. But this is what I was going for with the grass and the trees and the walkways. And then the barn is just this really simple fenced in thing, but the animals continuously escape from this. So I would recommend maybe something a little bit more secure than what I've got, but it works kind of good for like just as a temporary setting. This I played most of the game here, so it really wasn't a bad base, but I wanted to build something much bigger, and so that's why I started on the other one. So these little simple houses is what you would start your base with, and I would upgrade the flame twice before starting on these so that you can have a good width away from it. So like this is your flame would probably be about up to these walls here, maybe a little bit bigger, like maybe even up to here, but not that much. So you'll have room to build like maybe one of these houses on that area. And I have a tutorial video, which if I remember to, I will link it, on how to build one of these simple base game houses. You just use like the simple torches and use wood and brick to make it. You can do it pretty much alternate however you want, but I like the wood and stone that I used, and then it's the simple early game windows. And I use the gnomes from the Twitch drops, but if you don't have those, that's fine. You don't have to really, I don't have anything decorated in here. Some of these houses did have fireplaces, but I think I removed them in order to move to the new area. I moved a lot of stuff over there, so it's, you know, it is what it is. But like, yeah, so the barn is basically, there's a little area up here for storage. I've got all my animals in here. And then there's this for storage right here. A loft, which I kind of like the loft thing that I did. And then it's lit with torches. And it's got all of their beds and their food. And they have plenty of grass, yeah, to contend with. So that's that, and I didn't really finish it, but over here I was going to do a like garden, and I kind of did with like, I planted pumpkins, but I was gonna do like kind of more decorating and stuff for that, and obviously I was gonna finish all of this, and I never did. I still might, but the whole point of this is to be a good early base location, and you can move in as many villagers as you want into this location. I'm going to find a vantage point so you can see it kind of from above real quick. So let's do that. Okay, so I am up here at the Cinder Vault. This is, so you can see my base from above. It's just like, you know, a bunch of the houses and the barns. You can see kind of how I did it. And, so that's what it looks like from above. And that's where I built it. So right up against there, from there to there. What I would recommend doing though, because of the shroud, is I would move it forward more so it's not hitting that bit of shroud, and I would move it over this way and have it kind of hang off the edge of this side of the cliff as well as off the edge here, because see how it's like hanging off right there. I kind of did that on purpose so I could utilize as much space as possible. There's no physics in this game, so it's very easy to do that. So this is kind of what it looks like from down here. I mean, like the sun's going down a little bit and stuff, but the sun's kind of in the way, but this is what it looks like from down here. All right, now on to the next thing. So to level up quickly, you want to mine this, the flintstone. I'm already max level, so it's not going to show me leveling up, but mining flintstone gets you to level up quite quickly. Now, early game, you are not going to mine it as quickly because you will have the basic pickaxe, level 1 pickaxe. So you're not going to be mining it as quickly. It's not going to peel away at it as fast as mine does, because I have my pickaxe is upgraded as much as I can. But this is the best way to level up. And that also brings me to another tip as well with go ahead and delete that because I don't need it. My other tip as well with that is to mine as much as you can, chop down as many trees as you can. You're going to need a lot of wood, and you're going to need a lot of stone, and flintstone couldn't hurt either if you'd rather use the flintstone block early game instead of the stone blocks that I used, which is an option. You want to chop down trees. You want to chop down these regular wood trees, and you also want to go into the shroud and get shroud wood and get as much as you can. You're going to need shroud wood to make your first glider, and I believe you also need it for the grappling hook as well. There are a lot of ways to traverse around the world, but to start, you're not going to have any of the ways. Make sure you collect stuff from these chests. Like I just got a healing potion from that one, which is really helpful. Even late game, but early game, you're going to only be able to get to the other side of the bridge by coming down here. So chopping down these few trees on the way on your first pass through when you're following quests is the best way to get the shroud wood that you will need for making your glider and your grappling hook. And then once you have your glider and your grappling hook, which you can get pretty quickly in my experience. I'm sorry, my voice is awful. I'm so sorry. But once you have those items, you can come up here and use the bridge. So you can grapple across the bridge like this and glide down. And you don't even have to glide down on the bridge, but it does help to have your glider to do that with. And then over here, because you cannot cross the bridge because of this stretch right here without a grappling hook. And I would also upgrade your grappling hook as soon as you can as well. And I'm just going to come across here. And there's going to be a few enemies here. You want to loot enemies because, especially early game, is like these ones have metal scraps, which you will need a lot of. You want to make sure you're looting them. And your glider will not be as good as this one, so you won't be able to just glide right past them anyways. But this is going to be your first, once you get the grappling hook, this is going to be your first location that you're going to go, is up here. And you're going to loot that area, and then you're going to come up this way. One cool thing about Enshrouded, though, that I do want to add is if you are a little late getting a grappling hook and you still want to do these things. So yeah, there's a chest right here also. One thing you need metal scraps for, I'm going to tell you real quick because I just need it, is a lockpick. So I carry lockpicks on me at all times, a number of them. So I have 10 on me now. But you can craft them right here, and it takes 2 metal scraps. So that's one reason you need metal scraps. But if you don't want to go like the way that I just showed you, like I'm gonna come back up here. If you don't have your grappling hook yet, oops, I didn't mean to do that, then you can use your pickaxe. But if you remember, you're not going to have as strong a pickaxe as I have. So this could take quite a bit of time to do. And actually, I would use the axe for the wood. Use your axe to get through this. But you can just get through this, and it will take a bit of time because your tools will not be as advanced as mine are. But you can just break through pretty much everything. And another thing you're going to want to have on you is healing items. So, sorry. Alright, so berries. I didn't realize my mic was muted. I hope it recorded what I was just saying about the berries and everything. If it didn't, I'm going to repeat it here, so I will cut the part that it didn't record. Okay, so berries are going to be one of your main healing items. You're not going to have as much stuff as I have here. You might have some health potions, you'll have some berries, and you'll probably have some honey, which is good for stamina. And bandages, because you find those early on as well. But berries, these purple berries, +2 health regeneration. So it regenerates your health over time. And it regenerates over 1 minute. And it gives you +2 over 1 minute. I'm going to use that, and you can see my health bar kind of slowly going up. It's not going to go up, it's not going to seem like it's going up very much because of just the fact, but yeah, you can see it now. It's easier to see. But because of the fact I have a lot of health because I am in late game. But I'm playing on my late game character so that I can show you this stuff more easily. Yeah, see how it's going up more and more. Just keep watching it. And so you can see that. And then if I use the bandages, those +4% healing per second. This item heals 40% health over 10 seconds if applied to a wound. So then I use that and see it jumped up. It's jumping up really quick. There, so it healed 40% of my health. And then this will give you 15 stamina recharge for 3 minutes, which will help you greatly early game. Stamina is so important. It's so important. You need as much stamina as you can get. So that's going to help you a lot early game. Make sure you are collecting honey. You can get it from trees, from nests like this one here, that you can harvest. And you can also chop down the tree sometimes the trees will have bees accompanying it. And you can just hit them with a weapon. I didn't get a bee with that one. There's no bees with that one to show you. But I will insert a clip if I come across one while making this video, if I come across more. The next thing I want to show you is fast travel. Fast travel in Enshrouded will be a lifesaver. And the very first Ancient Spire you will unlock early on, and that's where I'm going to go now. And you can fast travel to it once you do the puzzle and unlock it, and it will help you traverse through the land of Embervale. So like there's 4 sides you can go from, you can jump from. So this side will take us back home. So I can jump home, or I'm gonna go down because you don't have to go home this way. You can't, because it's right there if you made your base where I told you to. Oh yeah, this is the blacksmith's place too. This is where you'll get the blacksmith, but you'll do that later on. You can also fast travel home. So that's what I'm gonna do here. So I showed you this base location. I'm going to really quick show you my more permanent one that I'm still in the process of creating here. So this one I have 2 flame altars on because I'm going to make it like really, really massive, which you can do. You can have up to 10 flame altars and you can use them as fast travel points. So I have this one in front of this hollow halls here. I have this one up here in the mountains, a few of them up here. And you can get rid of them very easily too if you don't need them anymore. But this is where I made. So this is in between the savannah area and the desert area. So yeah, it's in between. So this is where like it crosses over. So I'm gonna leave this area here. This is where I fast traveled to. I'm gonna show you what I mean. So like this right here is literally the line between, this is like the savannah area. And there's a lot of like wild cats here. And I haven't seen any birds in a while playing this, but I'm sure that they're around. And there's different things here. But then you cross over to here, to the sand area. This is the desert. And I actually dug this out. So see that giant like skeleton thing right there? Right there? I dug the one that was up there out to make this. So this is in the midst of one of those. I can show you where it still needs more work digging it out. I'm sorry, I had to cough and I muted. My voice is going the more I talk. But this right here, it still needs dug out. It was all the way up and around here. So this is the underneath. I haven't really done anything under here yet. I'm just working up there for now. And I also dug this out a lot too, so that I can build here. You see how big this is? I'm making this. So this is gonna go all the way to here. So this is gonna be massive. So I'm building the castle there, and then I'm gonna have like village houses down here. And that's kind of the plan for this. So also, when you find a new resource, pick it up. That's another tip that I wanted to share. This is kind of like a mishmash of tips with kind of I have a guide here that I'm looking at. But as I think of more to tell you, I'm going to tell you this is just a whole bunch of tips to succeed in Enshrouded in 2025. You don't have to make a massive build like this like I'm doing, but it is part of the fun of Enshrouded to build and just kind of have a good time and enjoy the world of Embervale as you explore it. So that's how I like to play. You might like to play differently, and that's perfectly fine. It is what it is. And by that, I mean the game is what it is. So all of these are the crafting stations. You want to get these and unlock them as quickly as you can. Because this will help you unlock more recipes to make, more things, especially if you're a builder. Like I have the beehive here, so this makes honey. And it will make wax as well, which you need for some stuff. So like I can make honey with this. And to make honey, I need water and sugar. So to get water, you get it from the well, which is right here. Scoop water. This is just one of the examples. And then to get sugar, if I can find where I put it. Here. Nope, not there. It's flatbread. Can't remember how to make sugar. Hi guys, we will return to our regularly scheduled content in just a moment. I wanted to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the video. So to join the Discord, which the link is in the description below, if you are looking for new gaming gear or some budget options for your own setup, if you want to start recording your own videos, I have a ton of links in the description below as well. I will gain a small commission at no extra expense to you, and it would really help out the channel a lot if you guys would use my affiliate links. And all of the money that I make from those links will be poured back into the channel so I could be making better content, starting with a better mic, because as you know, my mic is not of the greatest quality. Sometimes there are issues with it, and so I would like to buy a better one. So that's probably going to be the first thing I do with any money I make from affiliate links, just so you guys are aware. So if you would like to do that, you can. I really appreciate you guys watching the videos, and just by watching and subscribing, it helps out the channel so much. So thank you guys. You guys have been amazing supporters, and I can't wait to see where our community goes next from here. All right, back to the video. Enjoy. There is one that makes sugar, I think. No, I think you make sugar at the farmer. Hold on. I'm wrong. I will admit I'm wrong, and this is a mess of a video, but it's hopefully informative. Yeah, she makes sugar at the farmer using sugar cane. So this is where you make all of your food items. It's the farmer. So I guess this would be a good time to go over NPCs. So the farmer makes food items. The bard, you can craft instruments. And there's these things. Also backpack expansions. Which you will absolutely need and want. Because you will not have as much room in your backpack as I do. You can make these photo frames, banners. These are from the last update also. So these are fun for, like, you know, roleplay and stuff, I guess. And then the outfit. So that's the bard. The farmer, let's go over everything she makes. So she makes this overgrowth tool, which is really cool because you can put like flowers and vines and stuff on your builds to make it look more like realistic or whatever. And then you obviously food. Another cool thing, so you've got the cooking station, which makes cooking so much easier, cooking food. Like meat and stuff, because like grilled wolf meat you need for this, and flatbread and saffron. So the grilled wolf meat you can just put, if you have like 50 of them, stick them in the cooking station, let them cook, and do your thing. Go do other things. The honeybee hive and the seed bed, which you get, and then you can make seeds from, like the stuff you find out in the wild. Animal husbandry, so this is for the animal stuff. So, cat and dog beds, farm animal pillow, big farm animal pillow. Feeders, farm soil for planting crops. And again, for the animals, this is their food, or when you get them, you can feed them and they will give you resources. Most of them will. Some of them don't. And then this is the bait for catching the animals. And this is for the overgrowth tool. So you can have ivy, you can have mycelium, which grows in the shroud, or you can have climbing roses, which are really pretty, and those are what I prefer to use. Gnomes, which there are more gnomes than this. I don't think I found them all. Because I'm pretty sure that there's more of them. I think there might be. Maybe not. I don't know. I think I found them all. I don't know if I did or not. But there's those. There's also these flower beds, which are good for decorating, and flower pots, medium and small and square, and tiny ones as well. These are miscellaneous decorations, so like baskets and the scarecrow and the straw bale. And then these you use to put food on to show off your food. So you can have it on plates and stuff, and that's how you will place your food. And then these are the items you have to find through quests, and then once you find them, you can just make them whenever to make as many as you want. So oven, almanac of planted ceilings, which you actually only need one of these per location that you have the farmer. And then beehive smoker, and same with that. This is the carpenter. This is where you're going to make most of your furniture and your magic chests and your improved grappling hook. These chests also, these can be good for decorating and you can store stuff in them. These are the trampolines, gliders. So the ghost glider, you have to find it first, but once you find it, you can make a bunch of them. And one thing too, you can bring items and characters over to other worlds. So if you want to create a new world, but you don't want to lose your progress, you can bring your character and all of the items over. Some items you have to have your world at a certain level to use though. And you cannot bring over NPCs. So like the carpenter, you would still have to find him, but you could bring over his furniture to build your house and stuff with. So all of this stuff is the carpenter. Chandeliers, braziers, torches, candles, fireplaces. This one's like really cool. I like this one's like my favorite, I think, fireplace. Thrones and chairs. Benches. So like you can have a couch and like different things. Beds. This is bathroom stuff. So tubs, sinks, showers. This is the ladder that I used in my barn. So you have that. You also can do secret doors. So like you can put these up. And there's also floor ones too, which you would put, and then you would put a ladder or stairs under it. Statues. So all kinds of different statues, shelves. So this is all building materials. So I'm just going to scroll quickly past because there's so many. All of these doors, dishes, cupboards. This stuff is like one of my favorite things about this is you find artifacts and things, and then you can display them on these and kind of make like a museum, which is cool. And you can also display your outfits and armor and stuff and your weapons. So if you have any favorite weapons, you can display them on these racks. Clutter, windows. These are my favorite thus far. These, and then these wooden ones. These are also really cool looking because of the branches. These are like cemetery stuff, and then this is a tool that you can use, the wooden bucket, but it also works for so you have to have one of these out, but it also works for decoration as well. So that's the carpenter. This is the alchemist. So you obviously can make your potions here, and you'll unlock all of this stuff as you progress through the game. Like there's eternal spells too that you'll get as you progress. This stuff you obviously won't have access to all of it for any of them right away. And this is the first one I'm showing you that has like an armor set. So there are different armor sets of different levels, and you'll unlock them as you level. Books. These are really cool for decorating the crystal balls and the globe. These you need, they're tools. And then there's also fireworks and confetti. So that's the alchemist. Him you get from doing the hollow halls. And he's kind of a creepy. You get the decay tool from him as well, which you can give your buildings kind of a decayed look with that. But be careful because no takesies backsies with that one. I say that because you literally, from what I have seen, and if you know differently, let me know, but you cannot undo after you've decayed. You have to destroy the whole thing and rebuild it. So this is also like some food that will give you, it takes health away, but it gives you buffs against the hollows. And these I think would be really fun to display as part of like the food thing. These bone arrows, they don't do a ton of damage. They just do blunt damage. But these are good to have. Skull summoning vessels are incredibly helpful, especially in the Hollow Halls when you could get swarmed by a whole bunch of different skeleton guys and whatnot. So these are helpful to have. Bone channel. So that's a spell that you can do with the staff. This is the ectoplasm press, which you get from doing the halls as well. And ectoplasm gem, which you need to make this stuff. But this is his furniture items, and I don't think I've unlocked all of them in the save. I have to go back through the halls, but I've unlocked quite a bit. And this is why I was growing the pumpkins, because of the Hallows Eve pumpkins you can do for Halloween. So that would be good for a Halloween build. Any of this stuff would be good for a Halloween build, honestly. And then the Cyclops showcase, where you build your own Cyclops out of Cyclops parts, but you won't be doing that till endgame. And a lot of that stuff you won't unlock until endgame either. So this is the new NPC we got, and she gives us the Lunar New Year stuff. So we got new flower pots, we got the paper lanterns, the snake statue, which is really awesome, and I'm definitely going to use it in this build. These dividers as well in this door is really awesome. And her outfit is cool too. So the outfit that I am wearing is the one that you got from the Twitch drops, but you can also find it in the world as well. You can find this in the world as well, so don't worry if you don't have it, you can find it. But the outfit that she has to craft is this one that she's wearing. And then there's this helmet with it as well. So it's also really cool. So there's two more. There is the Hunter, which she can make pocket heaters, bandages, arrows, and there's also like these different ones like explosive, stun, flare arrows. These are all of her things, fabrics, and then her armor. And yeah, so she has a whole bunch of armor sets. She has, you can make rugs from her and trophies, and they go up to bronze. And then these decorative things, so like the target, the spider webs, the scavenger gong, which marks a boss. These mark bosses, but you can also decorate with them, which is, I think, awesome that they did that. And then the blacksmith, which is the first NPC you'll get. These you can put in your builds to traverse them, if you want to do it that way. It takes less metal scraps to make lockpicks through him, so 1 instead of 2. And then the forge and stuff, nails, rake. This is where you'll get your upgraded axes. So scrappy axe to steel axe, and scrappy pickaxe to steel pickaxe. You will get upgraded shields through him. You could also do, if you're doing a mage build, these. But I would not recommend them, because see, this one is the best one that there is. And it only gives you 9 block, 37 parry power, but it does give you shroud resistance. This one, depending on what you're going for, I guess you could say these are pretty good. But, like, because this one gives you 31 block, 74 parry power. But this one gives you 28 and 85 parry power. 89 and 25. So it just depends on kind of the build you're going for and what you want. You could also go for looks. If I was going for looks, this one's my favorite. This one or this one or this one with the gems in them I like. But yeah. So there's some weapons. So these are some simple weapons that you can make. This is the first one you'll have access to. And then he has some armor too. This is my favorite though. This one looks really cool with the gems in it and it matches the shield, but this is my favorite. And there's gems in that too. So his armor I think is honestly the best in the game, in my opinion anyways. Even like the fur armor you get in the beginning is really good. It looks good. I mean, it looks like scrappy, like put together, but it looks good for what it is. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So then you can also, this iron fireplace, which gives you frost resistance and comfort. That's another thing too. Items will give you comfort. So I'm just going to scroll past this stuff really quick. But items will give you like a comfort boost, some of them. So that's really handy to know. So like I have this statue here. This is one of the decorations. Yeah, so that's important to know. Magic chests are really helpful. That's where all of the items are coming from that I'm like pulling from when it says that I can craft something. So like I come here and I just put stuff in these, and I have them kind of organized, kind of sort of. It's not the greatest organization, but it's, you know, it's organized. So all of these, see how like all of my stuff just goes in. Yeah, see, I had plants. So, this is where I'm keeping my extra armor. So all of these will eventually go on an armor stand. But for right now, it's not. This is all my furniture, which I have a lot of. I haven't decorated much, so that's why. So I don't have to put everything in there right now. I'm just showing you guys like this organizational system. And you can kind of see like my blocks are there, arrows, daggers, bows, wands. And I have so many because all of these are going to be displayed at some point, which is why I kept them all. And these are all miscellaneous, and they're kind of organized in a way that might only make sense to me. And I don't know how to explain it, so I'm not going to. But yeah, so there's that. What else was I going to do? Okay, so skill tree. So here's your skills. You will gain skill points by going after shroud roots, which are these elixir wells. Shroud roots, so these purple things right here. You'll find all over the map, and you gain skill points by doing that. And you also gain skill points by leveling up. So all of the ones that I have check marks on, I have done. You can only do them once each. So like this one I can still do because it's not checked. This one up here I can still do. You know, if it's not checked, I can still do it and get more skill points. This one over here. So, a lot of these question marks too, like this one will be a shroud root once I discover it. This one probably will too. So a lot of these started out as question marks on the map until I did them. So that is how you get skill points, by leveling up and by doing the shroud roots or across the map. So this is the skill tree. It's pretty advanced. There's all of these different, so survivor, beastmaster, ranger, assassin, trickster, wizard, healer, battle mage. So these are all ones that will use like mana. A tank, warrior, barbarian. So these are all like strength, athlete, survivor, beastmaster. These are stamina based, ranger, assassin. So you kind of fill out your skill tree however you want. I have that my tools don't lose durability at all, for instance. So I did not take this track quality gear. I did not do that. And so you can still unlock these. So sneak attack I didn't do because I don't usually do sneak attacks. But well rested I did because it gives you a well rested buff. It increased by 5 minutes. Giant slayer hook. Use your grappling hook to pull yourself toward large enemies. And this one is to pull small or flying enemies towards you during combat. So that will make melee do easier, and I do a lot of melee. I kind of do a mix of melee, mage because I use wands, and then I use bows just for the buttons and the puzzles and stuff, which is why I carry one. So some things that I recommend you get as soon as you can. Not jump attack, where is it? There's double jump. Double jump, updraft, and blink are the 3 that I would get. I will always get no matter what I'm doing. Aside from that, I tend to go more tank, but it's almost leveled out completely because I like to also have a lot of stamina. So I pick the stamina ones and like the airborne ones here. So like this one I probably won't do. I might, I don't know. But like increases your spirit. When attacking with a magical weapon, so like a wand, damage is increased by 10%. So like I do those. Damaging enemies with wands has 24% chance to recover mana. I do those. So like it just depends on how you want to play. Do you want to be not to lose durability? So you would only do the durability ones if you don't turn durability off. So like this one is increase health by 200 per point. So like I would do that one. So I would probably do vigorous depletion. You gain 30 stamina when you parry an enemy's attack. And then I would go up to Blood Warrior. Because that replenishes 10% of health. And then I would do this. And then this. So I would do these two. That's where I would go next if I didn't have all of this. So yeah, that's the skill tree basically. This on the side tells you, so I have 11 constitution, 9 spirit, 11 endurance, 13 strength, 7 dexterity, and 10 intelligence. So I have this pretty much evened out, kind of. So 7, 9, 10, 13, 11, 11. So it's almost fully evened out. I'm hoping we get more levels and stuff, and I'll get more skill points too, because I have a few more to get. But that's the skill tree. There was something else I wanted also. So that's how you will do skills. So this is your journal. I'm going to go over this real quick. This shows what quests you have to do. So these are all the quests I have left on the save here. So these are just fetch quests. And then, yeah, so that's to get another villager. That's to get the rare instruments. And hidden crafting recipes in the Hollow Hole. So I have to go through them again and find those. I found them before on another save, but I deleted that save by accident. So crafting, this is just your basic. This is what you get access to like almost right away. Backpack, you'll probably only have, I think, the first 2 sections here. And then as you upgrade, you'll get more. This is how you see your characters. So like I don't have a bow selected for long range attacks, but I could. I have the large backpack, which is the biggest one you can get. Ghost glider and poop grappling hook. These are what I would recommend you go for as soon as you can, because they'll help you traverse better. And then Ring of Frost because of the mountain area. Okay, so this shows like this is my armor that I have. So far at least. This shows all of your like buffs and things, all of the things you have. So basics, damage, protection. So if you want to look at that and kind of fill out stuff however you want. And then this shows your status. So like if I ate something, it says I'm hungry because you can turn on survivor mode and then hunger matters and you die if you don't eat. I do not have that on, but if I did, I would be dead in the game and I would it would respawn me. But I don't. But this will show like your buffs right now. I don't have any. Comfort level 3 because I don't really have a whole lot of stuff here in this area. I don't think that'll increase. Yeah, it does. If I come in here, it increases to 19. Which let's see how much of a rested buff that I get, because I don't know. 19, 20. That's a lot. That's actually pretty decent. Resting buff. So like 29 minutes. Yeah, so that's awesome. So like this marks hollow halls, mining rift, different things. So like the map, this shows the flame level, how many active altars you have, and how many craftspeople you have. Alright, so some of the enemies you'll face are pretty straightforward. You'll face the ones like you saw on the bridge, and those will scale in each area, of course. But then you'll get like these. So like this thing, so I can show you how the grappling thing works too while we're over here. So like this flying bird thing, it will kill you if it sees you. It hasn't seen me yet. Let's see. And I just did a lot of damage to it because I'm a really high level, and I also have my settings, which I'll go over in a minute, set. Oops. But that's how you can do bats. Meleeing bats is really hard, but you can do it. See, I just did it. And that's what the grapple is for. I usually use the wand for bats though. So like, yeah, so that makes it easier. And they're over here because of this cave. You will find bats more often in caves. This is sulfur, just so you know, because you're seeing it. And you do need sulfur for different things. And in sandstone also. And then that is kindle waste flour. Yeah, so that is that. And I think that was everything that I wanted to share with you. Yeah, so that's everything I wanted to share with you about Enshrouded, and to get success with it in 2025, which is the year we're in now. So just follow all of those tips. Keep everything that I said in mind about the enemies and the flame altar, and focus on, you know, exploring the world, and take your time too. That is one last bonus tip I want to say to you. Take your time, because there's so much to see in this world. Exploration is one of the main things that this game has going for it, and it's incredible. You never know what you'll find. Take your time, explore everything, find everything. You can also re-loot chests as well over time. So like if you unlock a higher level area, you can re-loot a chest over and over and see if you get the weapon that you want. Because every time you leave the game and come back, everything resets. Except for your flame altar area. So like if there's a chest in an area that you have a flame altar, it will not reset. It will stay open. It'll stay there. But everywhere else it will reset. Trees will reset, rocks will reset, everything. So, everything except for inside your flame altar. So keep that in mind also, and just have a good time playing it. This is a really fun game. It's literally my favorite game ever, and I love sharing it with you guys on my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my links below, my affiliate links. And if you don't want to buy anything from my affiliate links, but you do want to support the channel or donate to it, I also have a link to the Buy Me a Coffee donation app, so you can donate through there if you want to. You can donate in $5 increments, or lower or more if you want to. There is an option to customize your donation, so you can do that. Anything helps. Just watching my videos helps me out. Just subscribing helps me out. So yeah, that'll do it for this video, and I hope all of you have a good rest of your day, week, month, whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next one.